I've always helped people remember who they are and feel into their power, feel into what their gifts and their skills are. I've really helped people let go of what no longer serves them and transform that into fuel for their mastery, for them to shift their life into the positive. The magic happens when you can hear your heart sing. Literally, hear your heart sing. I just want you to know you were born for this, that you have everything you need to really do you this lifetime. So let's get started. Let's make magic together. Sweet. And you have everything you need to have a fantastic life. Everything you need to live a soul-filled purpose, to live your dream, live your mission, and do exactly what you came here to do. So, guys, I am your Oracle, Joan of Angels. We are doing healings and readings tonight, readings and healings tonight. Of course, it will mean you have to be online with me to get your readings and healings. We do them by donation only. And we've just started the show a couple of weeks ago because Tina and I were talking in the back room. And we were just talking about how we can have a better experience and have a little bit more of an intimate experience. So Animal X is here. What an interesting name, Evening. Where are you from? So guys, when you show up, help us out. Let us know where you're from. And then if you have any questions, any readings that you would like, any healings that you need. But let's start with where you are over around the world. I'm here in Desert Heart Springs, which is also known as Desert Hot Springs, California, where we are in the heart vortex of the planet. Good, Florida is in the house. Jules, welcome. 33 is one of my favorite numbers. And you're a J. And you know, J's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. J's are the number one. They start with the number one. And number one is all about personal power and leadership, stepping into the real truth of who you are. So it's a really powerful name. Okay, so love, I'm really happy, Jules. We will do a healing for you. We're going to share with you what we feel. And Tina Marie will post donations. And if you feel like making a donation, that would be great. And it is totally optional. All right. So, and how did you find us, Jules? Because I think you're new to us, which is exciting. Very exciting. All right. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Joan of Angels, and it's a night of readings and healings. Please share us out. And so now we're also in Europe, in Netherlands, and in Lisbon. I love it. My son's going to Lisbon. Madrid. No, he's going to Madrid. Can't confuse the two. Okay. So, Jules, I'm going to tune in a little bit to your back and to your lower back. And what we're going to do, we're going to start everything by calling in the light. So, Mother, Father, God, we ask just now that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light. We ask, it's huge tonight. We ask for clarity, wisdom, and understanding. We ask for compassion and kindness. And we ask for insight into that which is going on, and insight into that which needs to be released so that healing can occur. And so we ask in divine blessing, with divine hope, with divine humility and humbleness, that we receive the healings that we are asking for. So, dearest ones, right now I am feeling such heaviness in your back. There is so much heavy energy. And I want to explain to you that low back pain usually comes when we feel like we are not being taken care of, when our needs are not being met. And so we say to you, look at where you feel that you are being used or taken advantage of. Where are your needs not getting met? And also there's this fear of money, frightening of money, of lack of money. And so that too will cause this issue in your back. So in clearing that, we ask that you let us know when you start to feel a lessening of that pain, Jules. And actually, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being you are in severe pain, and 0, 1 meaning almost nothing, where are you now, or where were you when we started? So if you would give us that feedback, Jules. And I'm so glad you found us on YouTube. Isn't that wonderful? Yes. All right. So we have Southern Idaho in the house with my dear friend Higher Dimensions. And we have Deborah. So we're doing some healing already. We're doing some healing with Jules. And Jules on a scale of 1 to 10, so 7 to 8. Good. So we're going to focus right now, Jules. And everyone, when I'm working on Jules, you can help me. You can help Jules. So I use my right hand to send that energy, and you can then hold it and collect it in your left hand, and then it cycles. It's your receiving hand. So right now, Jules, I'm imagining that you are literally lying on your stomach, and my right hand is over your back, and we are actually literally releasing that pain. And I don't know if you guys know that I'm a chiropractor, so that when I actually visualize this, I'm visualizing it as if I was in my office and as if I was treating that low back right now. So you will feel a lessening of that pain. So let me know that. And so, yes, with your finances. So let's deal with the finances. And also, there's resentment, I feel, that others have money and maybe you don't. So, and this is probably true not just for you, but I'm thinking that it's true for other people. Good. And Jules is going to go to his chiropractor, which is great. Great, great, great. I can't say I practice chiropractic on Zoom, but I do a lessening of that energy. Okay, so your adjustment will hold better if you start releasing your fear and your anger about not having enough. So how do we do that? Well, one way that we do that, guys, is we start affirming, I am more than enough. I have everything I need. Repeat this with me, Jules. I have everything I need. I have more than enough. And then there's my favorite affirmation. I am safe. All is well. I am safe. All is well. And you'll go back and listen to this, and money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Whew. Okay, well, I will say this, Jules, I have a feeling you're feeling a little better because the energy in my hand is shifting. So let me know. Okay, yes. Are you feeling it, Jules? Let us know how you're feeling that, okay? And as far as moving goes, I have to tell you that I'm going to be moving soon too. And it is very, very scary. But just know that Spirit wants you to move. If you are being called to move, it's because there's an energetic upgrade waiting for you around the corner. So we say, take one thing at a time. Affirm I am safe, all is well, and all is unfolding for my highest good. Okay, so when we say it's a little better, let's use numbers on a scale of 1 to 10. Where is it now? Because that way we can actually see where it's at. So give us another number, Jules, before I move on. Because I feel it so much less than it was before. And I think the TLC that you got from everyone in the group is really good for you. Yeah, 5. Okay. So that's sort of in the middle. Go grab an ice pack and then come back and stay with us because a lot of healing is going to continue. So an ice pack is going to be good. Also, being close to your family is going to be great. It's great for your granddaughter for sure. And it'll be good for your heart. Your heart, not everything's about money, honey. So your heart also. All right. Whew. That was so good. I was taken out of my body. I actually felt that I was somewhere up in the ethers. And so I love doing that kind of healing with you guys. in my chiropractic office for years, I did laying on of the hands energy. I started healing doing laying on of the hands energy before I even became a chiropractor. And though in those days I didn't understand about how to ground, so how to let go of that energy. Guys, feel free to share this out with your loved ones or anyone that you know that wants a healing and or a reading or a combination of both. Yes, blessed by the best. We are blessed by all the best, okay, including you. So that in itself is that miracle. All right, I am going to, hello, Tina. How nice to meet you. Where are you from, Tina? One of the things I like about this show is that I get to talk to everyone. Like, I actually don't know where Blessed by the Best is from. I just know that I've seen her forever on social media, her and Higher Dimensions. Okay, good call. Higher Dimensions is mentioning some gentle stretching. Yes, but let's all affirm, I am safe, I am well. I am safe and I am well. All is unfolding for the highest good of all concerned. And we say that so that we're always in that positive frame of what we're looking for. All right, so does anyone else have a question for Joan of Angels? Anything you would like to know? Any personal questions that I can answer with a card for you? Since you came on the show tonight, what is it you would like to know? How can we serve you? Otherwise, I'll be reading for myself, which is not a bad idea because I was expressing what looked like COVID. So I could read for myself and say, okay, Joan, you've been overdoing it. You know, you need to sit back, take a deep breath so that you can continue to move forward fearlessly. All right. What do we have here? Gentle stretching and thank you, Higher Dimensions. All right. So the cards that I'm pulling, and this comes from my deck, The Sacred Rebels. Well, you know, I can hardly believe, well, of course I know and believe that I have a deck called The Sacred Rebels. But the last few weeks, because I've been doing these different kinds of shows, as I've been doing these different shows, I am enough, I have more than enough, and I am safe, all is well. As I've been doing these different kinds of shows, now what was my whole point of that? I'm becoming more grounded in the concept that it's important to know where you're going, know what you want, know who you are, be grounded in that, and understand your boundaries. Understand what makes you, you. So understand where you end and everyone else begins. And so the concept of making ourselves unmanageable is a good concept. Or a sacred rebel, it's a good concept. Or someone who is unmanageable in a system that wants everyone to be the same would be like a virus in their system. So in a certain way, it's becoming permissible to be unmanageable in a world situation that seeks to have everyone the same. So if you have any questions about your unmanageability, what it would take for you to be unmanageable, what do you need to release so that you can decide for yourself where you're going? Well, I love that question, I am Holly Ra, for several reasons. And I'm going to give you all those reasons before I answer the question. I have not done question and answer like that on anything that's not personal, that wasn't just like a reading or self-awareness or where are you going. But I have been seeing that at some point I would start to answer these questions. So we will answer that. Is DC going to be flooded? We're going to ask the pendulum if it's for our highest good to know. And will DC be flooded? Well, it says yes, DC is going to be flooded. Is it going to be a big flood? A big flood. Will it be flooding soon? Will it be flooding soon? Yes, it will be flooding soon. So what an interesting question. Are there questions you want to know around that? Since it's not my usual thing, since they're answering them in a big way, if you know anything about pendulums, I think, okay, I have to remember which screen I'm looking at for this. There. Okay, so if 1DC is going to be flooded, is it because of the tunnels that need to be drained in a way? Is it going to be flooded so that the tunnels are cleaned out? And I think that's the case. So will we ever find out? Will we ever know the truth? Will we ever, what will they find under the water? I am Holly Ra. Okay. So I am going to look at it. And as I said, it's the kind of thing I don't usually look at. So you're really asking me to stretch. Not that I can't. So is it for our highest good to know the answers to this? Yes. So the question is what will they find under the water? Will they find... Well, I do know that they're going to find horrors under the water. Okay, they're going to find tunnels and horrors. They're going to find mutilations. They're going to find caches of weapons. They're going to find, will they find ETs under DC? No, they're not going to find extraterrestrials under DC. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm hearing. All right, so what other kinds of questions would you guys like to ask, or do you have any personal questions? Well, I'm glad you're in agreement. Hello, Rob. It is wonderful to see you all, guys. Tomorrow I'll be live with Rob. We're doing a deep dive into the World's Fairs of Tartaria, the World's Fairs that happened in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And I never mentioned it to Rob, but I think I went to one of the last great fairs in the late 50s in New York City, because I just remember what a spectacular event was. But we're going to be talking about Tartaria on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about flat Earth on Thursday. So stay tuned. And Rob streams it to both channels, so you'll find it on his channel and mine. All right, any other questions? Anyone else have any questions you would like a reading? Because we are doing readings tonight, readings and healings. If no one has a reading that they want or a healing, then we are going to do an energy healing first for the entire planet, for your auric field, because people have been traumatized the last few weeks with so much going on. I mean, can you be traumatized with things? Yes, you can be. So the goal is tonight to help unravel places where we might feel fear. Is that your question? And that is true also. And the answer to that is also yes. Okay, good. So Terry would like a reading. So sweetheart, do you have a question that you would like, or do you want a generic? You know, so I've been doing generic readings. Usually I just tell you what the guides want you to know. But I thought for the interest of doing just one or two cards. And so, guys, we are also asking for donations for these readings. It's not mandatory, but it is an act of love. So as an act of love for our team would be always gratefully appreciated. All right, Terry, so do you have a specific question, or generic is lovely? All right, we'll go with generic, love. So we're going to go back to our Sacred Rebel deck, and we are going to cut it with our left hand, by the way. Left hand is the hand that my psychic teacher taught me years ago. Your left hand is your receiving hand. It's your divine feminine hand. Good. Okay. I'm hearing what I'm supposed to do for Terry. So the first card I get, it's a great card, Follow Your Own Rhythm. And if you can see the card, I just have to hold it for you. If you can see the card, she's just dancing. It's in the movement. It's in actually understanding that you are consciously walking your path and that it's time for you to breathe in your rhythm, breathe out your rhythm, breathe in your flow. That will help you know where to go. It'll help you know the pace that you're to take. It'll help you hold your space, which I notice is your avatar name, but Terry is holding your space. When you actually hold in these movements and you follow your own rhythm, I'm really seeing a dancer that not so like a really beautiful dancer, the fine art of dancing, ballet or modern, where you're literally your hand is leading the way. I guess I think it's going to show up here. Your hand is leading the way and your body is following. And so you're also, that says that you're let your gut lead the way. So you are to follow and listen to your own rhythm, hun. And in addition, not only listen to your own rhythm, but they're saying be the hunter, not the hunted. Well, guys, I just want to say, Terry, even though I pulled that card for you, I think we ought to expand it into all of us, be the hunter, not the hunted. And that's, I'm not sure how many words I want to use on that, but it is self-explanatory. It's more important for us to, all right. So what they're showing me is that it's very, very important to clear your energy so you can literally be invisible to nefarious entities, nefarious beings. So you're being asked to literally surround yourself with protection and light, even literally to the point, imagine that you're putting on like a starseed suit. That's a suit of protection. Bring it up over your legs, your feet, your legs, your body. Imagining the color, I kind of see it as an iridescent off-white with bluish tinges, and it's made of fabric that's designed to protect. It's not designed to help you breathe better. It's designed for healing, so it gives you an energetic upgrade. And Terry, it is designed to help you become a container for your own energy, which is part of the essence of this card. So I do hope that that makes sense to you. All right, well, I guess I'm used to 3 cards. So they say the third one is focus on the light, and you'll never get lost. So guys, focus on the light. But this one, I would say these are really, really important cards. In the unraveling of what is going on now on the planet, and those of you who have been following and watching the videos understand that we need to wake up. We need to actually understand what is happening at a higher level. So we will focus on the light and we'll know exactly what we're doing. Be the hunter, not the hunted. So what exactly did you have a vision of this? What was that you were meditating? And this is for everyone, guys. The sacred rebel in you, the one who holds your space and your power, that is our path for success. That is our path for thriving. And that is our path for making it through these coming times. All right. So I'm going to clear the energy of that. And I thought, let's see if you have any questions. Any other questions? Making a suit of light and upgrading your DNA. She's got it going on. Absolutely. Yes. And Dr. Joan, thank you. It is interesting. I love that Omar always refers to me as Dr. Joan. And for over 30 years, I was a Dr. Joan. Okay. So Jules, how's your low back? If you're still here, just checking in to check on that. And I want you to see yourself in your new home already and see that it's working out just fine. It has worked out far better than anyone can expect. Whew. Okay. I'm going to show off my wand. This wand is going to go into storage soon. My sister thought that it was a dangerous weapon, I suppose it could be. Yeah, it's selenite, and I could do something nefarious, I suppose, but that's not what you do with your selenite wand, and it's actually a very soft stone. So what do you do with the selenite wand? Well, you can literally start to clear your aura. You can clear your body. You can start to remove pain. You can start to uplift your energy. You can also break soul contracts. Look how good. Oh, this is like firm. You can break soul contracts. Like you can visualize. Someone said to me, Joan, what does a soul contract or even a cord look like? Okay. So this is my phone cord. My phone cord is now going to go into the water right here. There. You can imagine that it's a root in your root chakra, a root in your heart chakra. Someone corded you just like that. And so you can actually cut it right here. You can pull it out, right? Pull it out. I like to be visual so you get it, okay? Nothing is clearer than seeing us cut that cord, and release it. No, we're not going to really cut my phone cord, but energetically cut that phone cord. And that's how we do that. Okay. So as we continue, you just really take your wand. Now you can do it with sage. You can do it with essential oils. You could do it with crystals. Or you can easily do it with a wand. Or you can do it energetically. You can imagine that the energy is doing that. Now, there's two things you can do, guys. Yes, you have a selenite dagger. I think this is a selenite dagger. Thank you for letting me know that, higher dimension. It is actually a dagger. Yes. It's not really a wand. It's got a point, right? So both higher dimension and I are using these selenite daggers. And so guys, see if you can feel the energy as we are literally clearing the field. And so I am going to clear the field for each and every one of you. I'm actually visualizing that I'm seeing a row of you in front of me. And as I go like this, it literally is going to remove that energy from here, excess, and then down through here, pulling out that plug in your throat chakra, pulling out that plug, and then please go down as you keep going down here. All right, I would love to do a reading for the Doc Duchess Carla. I always love those duchesses. And I was just guided to take this deck, the Light Worker Oracle. So that already tells us where we're going. Light Worker Oracle. All right. So we're doing a reading for Doc Duchess, guys. So I want you to hold the concept that which is for the highest good of Doc Duchess is going to be revealed. I'm a firm believer that consciousness is part of the reading. And it is for this coming week. Did I see that it was for this coming week of the world? Can you find me that? For the coming week in the world. Okay, we are getting braver and braver. Well, very interesting and subject to interpretation. The card itself is past life activations. And so when we talk about past lives in relationship to this present life, to what's going on now, a lot of what's unfolding now comes from lifetimes past. This global reset we're in, the energies that are going on, the way we're handling them personally, is that which you were in your other lifetimes. And so it is a coming together of timelines, literally. past and present. When we say that you were born for this, Duchess, we mean that. We mean that you came in with everything you need to do you 100%. And so she's sitting here in that space of meditation, sacred place. Her legs are crossed. She is in literally an I am bubble right there. And when we activate that which we knew from the past and we bring it forward into the present, we remember why we're here. We remember our mission, and it becomes much more possible for us to move through these times without getting trapped energetically. So what does that mean? It means that the times that are unfolding right now are past, present, and future, have to do with times of the revolution, have to do with times when humanity tried to break free, had to do times of enslavement. And so these themes are replaying themselves, as well as the great reset of humanity, which has happened 3 or 4 times, probably in the last few thousand years. So when we say you were called to be here, we mean that. And so when we say it's time for you to start to pull those pieces back of why you were sent here now, it's really time to acknowledge that and ask to be shown your next steps. So past life is happening. Karmic clearing is happening for all of us, as well as you. So there will be some sticky things that happen this week. And we can think of it as removing karma from the planet, removing karma from ourselves. So remember, it's both personal and planetary. So karma that we may have accrued over our past lives, karma that our country has accrued. So if whatever country you're in, if you're American, if you're from the Netherlands, we also have country karma that is also being cleared. So if you're a country that's demoralized humanity, enslaved them, then you will experience that, and that's going to be coming through this week in another way. So remember who you are. Remember, please, that our role is to be like a sacred rebel. And this means a lot to me. I've had ceremonies where I find myself telling that being who thinks they're the ruler of everything that I have to be a rebel, that I am a sacred rebel. So that word indemnifies it. Okay, good. I'm going to take some water. In order to do this, I have to shut the air conditioning off. So bear with me. Okay, we are good. We are going to take a different deck for you. So Water Sprite 28 Blu-ray. Well, what an interesting name. Water Sprite 28 Blu-ray. Okay. All right, when I yawn like that, I'm not bored. That's not what it is. It's like just a moment of almost relaxation so I could reset. Okay, so what do we have that's for the highest good of our beautiful friend, Water Sprite 28 Blu-ray? First of all, they say you're not from here, honey. Second thing they say, and this is interesting, that you're going against the grain. So this is really interesting card, and maybe it's the theme of tonight. Be the hunted and not the hunt. Be the hunter and not the hunted, Water. So that is in alignment. We've already got this card before, but this is in particular as an answer for you to be the hunted, not the hunter. No, be the hunter, not the hunted. Oh my God. Just even get, so we're going to clear that, Joan. We want to be the hunter, not the hunted. But also the card that I pulled is going against the grain. So when you go against the grain, That means that you're emphasizing your individuality, the power of who you are, your personal power. You're actualizing your ability to be a cog in their wheel, to be like that antiviral software in their computer. So you have an ability right now to get strong. And this card is the second time today. So if you think that's not, it's a theme if I pull it over and over again, against the grain. So we're not in easy times. And these times are going to call for us to be stronger than we ever were. The outcome card for you, though, is to go softly. Go softly. Do not go into this phase like a Mack truck, right? Gently, gently, gently. Don't disturb the energy field. So go softly so you can feel the waves and the energy around you. Are these readings helping you guys? Do you like these readings? Because I find them very, very fascinating and very telling of the trend, if you understand. And yes, we have a lot of work to do here in the US and around the world. And you know, they say as the US goes, so does the world. And I think that that might even be true. So it's important now to remember that despite what it might look like on the outside, we have responsibility for that which is here on the inside. So we have responsibility for our mind and spirit, our ability to hold steady, and for these bodies. So I remind you of that so that you can feel affirmed. All right? I'm reminding you of that so that you can work on it. We are human beings in process. All right, so what's going on, guys? This is not a reading for anyone, but the general energy, and is the wisdom of the divine feminine. And so that's what's happening today, wisdom of the divine feminine. So we should hear from some of the guys if they're on the line, but you know that there's a difference in how we look at things. So when I'm doing my Tartaria shows with Rob, say, Rob is very masculine, very male. So he would do tomorrow, like our next show, we're going to be doing the World's Fairs. And so I have no doubt that Rob is going to have all those facts and figures and examples of all of those World's Fairs up there, and very detailed, because that's what we're talking about. But I also know that from this divine feminine perspective, I'm always looking at how it sits with me, how it resonates, how the energy is, what it must mean, what are the implications of it. And so that's my natural, organic way of looking at everything, even in talking about things like the timelines or the guardians of the looking glass and time travel. I really take it back down to a personal perspective. Good. And if you like the readings, guys, do several things. Lots of places you can put reviews up for me on Yelp, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Google. So testimonials would be so greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right. So wisdom of the divine feminine. Now, who else? I saw a few other people wanted a reading. So I'll let Tina Marie. She gets the big spiritual bucks here. And she'll put someone up, and then we'll know. And then she'll also put, in case you feel like donating, she'll put the donation info up there next too. So Deborah, it is really wonderful to see you. Okay, they say to start with this deck. Love that you love the readings. And so does Duchess Carla. She loves the readings too. Yeah. I was born doing readings for people. I can't help doing readings for people. I do them whether you want them or not. And guys, also, I suggest you go to my website, joanofangels.com, because if you want to be informed of any specials or discounts or any events that I'm holding, I do sometimes put it in an email list. So go to joanofangels.com. Oop. And if you haven't gotten the free ebook, get the free ebook and subscribe to the channel so that you can be kept appraised of everything that is going on. All right. Some people don't know that. All right. Okay. That's so funny. Okay. So now the reading we are doing, everybody smash the like button. Yes. Is there a like button? I can't see it. So just smash it. I'm going to pretend that I see you smashing the button. And I just want you to know that Tina Marie and I are very happy to have you here with us. It makes us feel really empowered. You know, we give up our time. Tina Marie is in Pennsylvania. I'm here. And we just love the energy. And that's why we do it. Okay. So who asked for another reading that I got lost on? Nobody wants another reading? Okay, good. I can go have dinner. Is there anyone else who wants a reading? No one has the courage to have a reading. Higher dimension just smashed the like button. Okay, guys, you know, you asked for a reading for this week, and I'm going to tell you the following. I see that this is the kind of week where meditating is going to be very important. And Terry had a vision of us, of a vision of herself meditating and of this happening. So I guess, I think that this is the week, guys, where you have to decide, are you in or out? Are you willing to take steps to fortify yourself, strengthen yourself, clarify yourself, wisdomize yourself, empower yourself? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because if you're not, things are going to happen without you. And when they happen without you, yes, maybe it wasn't your time, but you may not even catch up. So learning, it's not a matter of learning, that's not the right word. Paying attention to your personal power, no matter what happens in the outside world. And yes, I know that there's troops on our borders. Do you want me to talk about it? I don't think so. Troops on our borders. Yes, there are. So we have things like that going on. But what I can say is this: all is unfolding for the highest good. The outcome is going to go in the way that humanity will uplift for the highest good of all concerned. It may not look pretty in the next few weeks. It's not meant to look pretty. It's meant to wake people up. So every day we are waking people up. Even, the guide stones last week or CERN, it's all meant to wake us up. All right. So I saw a reading and I'm ready for that. Let's see, who was that? Who wanted that reading? Yes. So that is, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Trebah 66. So, 6 is the number of personal and planetary responsibility. When you have a double 6, it adds up to a 12, which adds up to a 3. So when you do that, then you have to add in personal power to know who you are, to set clear boundaries, to not get lost, and learning how not to give away your power so that you can actually manifest that which is in your consciousness. You can communicate it out to the world. So that's part of your energy field, is part of it, to claim that personal power, claim not giving away your power or your resources, so that you can actually create a field of intention in that which you're communicating. So the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. So the seventh ray is the crown chakra. It's a 44. It's a master number of spiritual awakening. In fact, it's the last card of the deck, so it's really critical. No, here it is. At least I should stay on the right page, right? Okay, so it's the seventh ray of ritual and order. So how do we handle what may look like the growing breakdown of society? We handle it by creating our own rituals, things that make us feel stable, things that celebrate what we have, our gratitude practices, our devotion practices. So this gift says that something new is being formed, something that will benefit the world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonates with the high frequency violet light and the archangel Zadkiel. The seventh ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequencies. So that is what we are doing. We are transmuting energies. We are clearing at some of the highest levels. And we're in a completion. So start finding what your ceremonies and rituals are. You know, even the art of making coffee or tea. And you know how the geishas and the Japanese used to make the art of making and drinking tea. That was an art form. It was a tea ceremony, was a full-on board ceremony. And so what can you make a ceremony of your life with? All right. So I hope that gives you guys some insight to that. And we have our family of light surrounding us. Both of these cards add up to 8. 8, let's put it down here so you can see it. 8 is spiritual mastery, alignment, doing that which you are called to do from a spiritual point of view when you align your spiritual, material, and physical success. When you bring in what makes my heart sing, when you bring in the energy of the gods, of your angels. All right. So that is what we see for you, bringing in that energy and definitely connecting with the highest good of all concerned here. All right. Whew. Terry is so right. So if you're on YouTube, when we end the stream, if you come back and make a comment, it will actually aid the algorithms. I did not know this. Omar has been the one who always says it, and he's right. And the other thing about the algorithm, so Rob and I and Omar and I are releasing our videos on separate days. If we're doing it on his StreamYard, that's what we're doing, but then mine comes out a day later. And that's also, so it's kind of for the algorithms as well. Kind of. I'm going to have to tell him to change the name slightly. All right. So thank you for that, Terry. All right. Anyone else want a reading, or are we complete? Are we complete for the night, or does anyone else want a reading or a healing? And we do want to know how our friend is with the back pain, former back pain, back pain, back pain. I did healings all week and really discovered that I am a medical medium of sorts. Maybe not your traditional medical medium, but I am some kind of medium, of medical intuitive. Yeah, the comments, Deborah, if you make those comments, and I always answer, by the way. I'm so touched that you take the time to comment that I will answer. All right, guys, this has been a very lovely Tuesday night doing readings and healings. Okay, my daughter Inga is here. Can you do a reading? Well, is the reading for Inga? So is Inga there with you? We can pull a card for Inga, and we'll see what Spirit has to say for Inga. All right, Jules, that makes our heart sing. Yes, those few testimonials, guys, make my little algorithms ring. Many thanks to all of you. And if you can donate, it's always appreciated. So for your daughter, this is kind of an interesting card. It's the shock of the new. It's quite an interesting card, the shock of the new. So not to get overwhelmed with all that might be going on. New things are happening. They don't seem to be flowing in necessarily smoothly. And again, there's that be the hunter, not the hunted. So she needs to watch her back. She needs to, because she needs to sort of take care to clear the field behind her and in front of her. All right, shock of the new, all is unfolding for the highest good. Repeat after me, love. I am safe and all is well. I am safe and all is well. And look, this is kind of a cute young one in the picture. All right, we'll give her our love. All right, guys, you have been live with Joan of Angels. Please, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, share. You know, most of you don't even know why I do this. I do this because, well, number one, I was born this way. But my whole life, I was struggling to know who I was and why I'm here and what my purpose was. When I was 28, I didn't think I had a future. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't even see a future beyond 28. And so the greatest things that have happened to me is when I was able to find out who I am and why I'm here, and that I'm actually here to help others to know who they are and why they're here, and help decode the universe. Like when I do these shows, sometimes I feel like we're decoding the secrets of the universe. And so I do a lot of readings. I do a lot of coaching and counseling. And if you need a helping hand, I want you to reach out to me. So, and if you sign up on the website, I'll be sending out some new emails on some new specials so that you can actually have Q&A with me and time. So really do go and do that. All right. And should we play that video for everyone, Tina? I love you all. You're in my heart. You're the reason I wake up. You're the reason I do all this. It makes my heart sing. So making your heart sing makes my heart sing. I've always helped people remember who they are and feel into their power, feel into what their gifts and their skills are. I've really helped people let go of what no longer serves them and transform that into fuel for their mastery, for them to shift their life into the positive. The magic happens when you can hear your heart sing. Literally hear your heart sing. I just want you to know you were born for this, that you have everything you need to really do you this lifetime. So let's get started. Let's make magic together. Ooh, I like that. Let's make magic together. Who's in? All right. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for being with us. The donation buttons are all around. We love you. We're here for you. And let's make magic together. Bye for now.